Welcome to the Oregon Trail. You're about to begin a great adventure, traveling the Oregon Trail across the rugged landscape of North America. Your covered wagon, pulled by a team of oxen, will travel from Independence, Missouri, to the fertile Willamette Valley of the Oregon Territory, a journey of approximately 2,000 miles. Before you set off on the trail, you must register your name, the names of the members of your wagon party, and your occupation. After that, you'll need to buy supplies and make other important decisions. Good luck! You need to decide when to set off on the trail. If you leave too early, there won't be much grass for your oxen to eat. You may encounter some very cold weather and late spring snowstorms. But if you leave too late, you may not get to Oregon before winter, which can be very dangerous. If you leave at just the right time, there will be green grass and, for the most part, mild weather.
I recommend at least 6 oxen to pull your wagon, and you'll need plenty of flour, sugar, bacon, coffee, and other types of food. I suggest you start out with at least 200 pounds of food for each person in your party. You'll need good, warm clothing, especially for the mountains. I recommend taking at least 2 sets of clothes per person. You'll need ammunition too. Each box of ammunition contains 20 bullets. Finally, you might want to take along some spare wagon parts. Wagon wheels, axles, and tongues are liable to break along the way. If you're unable to repair a broken wagon, you'll be in big trouble.
Better take extra sets of clothing. Trade 'em to Indians for fresh vegetables, fish, or meat. It's well worth hiring an Indian guide at river crossings. Expect to pay them. They're sharp traders, not easily cheated.
Can't afford to take a ferry. We're making our wagon into a boat. We'll turn it over, caulk the bottom and sides with pitch, and use it to float our goods across. Have to swim the animals. Hope it doesn't rain. The river's high enough.
Various types of disease are common threats on the trail, especially during the second half of the journey as supplies run low or travelers become exhausted. Among these diseases are measles, cholera, dysentery, and typhoid. When members of your party fall ill, you would be wise to stop and rest for several days in order to aid their recovery.
Be careful you don't push your animals too hard. Keep 'em moving, but set 'em a fair pace. Can't keep driving 'em so fast, or you'll end up with lame-footed animals. A lame ox is about as good to you as a dead one.
The trails from the jumping-off places, Independence, St. Joseph, Council Bluffs, come together at Fort Kearny. This new fort was built by the U.S. Army to protect those bound for California and Oregon.
Chimney Rock by moonlight is awfully sublime. Many Indians came to our wagon with fish to exchange for clothing. We bought a number. They understand swap and no swap. Seem most anxious to get shirts and socks.
These greenhorns heading across the Rockies know nothing about surviving in the mountains. It gets awful cold up there, even in summer. Many a traveler crossing the mountains too late in the year has gotten snowbound and died.
carved my name way up the side of Independence Rock, near the top. There are hundreds of names up there. The oldest ones were carved by mountain men and fur trappers. Famous names like Fremont, Bonneville, and De Smet.
When the white man first crossed our lands, their wagons were few. Now they crowd the trail in great numbers. The land is overgrazed with their many animals. Do any white men still live in the East? My people talk of moving.
Rattlesnakes are common along the Oregon Trail, especially in the mountains and along the Snake River. If you see or hear a rattler, keep your distance. A snake bite is cause for serious concern. If anyone in your party is bitten by a snake, they will become very sick and may well die unless they receive adequate care, including plenty of rest.
When wagons first started coming through here, we did not mind. We even found it good to trade game and fish with the travelers and help them cross the rivers. Now there are too many white men and too little land for grazing.
Various types of disease are common threats on the trail, especially during the second half of the journey as supplies run low or travelers become exhausted. Among these diseases are measles, cholera, dysentery, and typhoid. When members of your party fall ill, you would be wise to stop and rest for several days in order to aid their recovery.
I've heard it said that there are many cut-offs to take to shorten the journey, that by taking all the shortcuts you can save many days on the trail. And why not? Saving time and provisions is worth the risk.
Lost my partner, what'll I do? Lost my partner, what'll I do? Lost my partner, what'll I do? I'll skip to my loo, my darling.
Hear there's mountain sheep around here. Enough water, too, but hardly a stick of wood. Thank heaven for Fort Hall. But I'm real sorry to be saying goodbye to Cousin Miles and all the folks heading for California.
It says right here in the Shively guidebook, you must hire an Indian to pilot you at the crossings of the Snake River, it being dangerous if not perfectly understood. But my husband insists on crossing without a guide.
Oh, Shenandoah.
On top of old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover.
You'll not get your wagon over them blue mountains, mister. Leave it. Cross your goods over with pack animals. Get yourself a couple of good mules. Pieces of wagons litter the trail, left by them folks who don't heed good advice.
On top of old Smoky. On top of old Smoky. Tell me the tales that to me were so dear, long, long ago.
Since crossing the Snake at Fort Boise, it's been just mountains and desert. Dust deeper each day, 6 inches at times. No tracks, just clouds of dust. Many cattle choked on the dust after swimming the river, then bled and died.
Tell me the tales that to me were so dear, long, long ago.
These last 100 miles to the Willamette Valley are the roughest, either rafting down the swift and turbulent Columbia River or driving your wagon over the steep Cascade Mountains. Hire an Indian guide if you take the river.